Hello folks, this is Bloodbraid, and that is another game of German Highlander. That is 4-color Bloodbraid, the mid-range that you saw in the previous video, and to the right of you this time is Black-Red Goblins, very tryable focus deck. That is, I think, pretty spicy as well, as much as the 4-color mid-range, though the 4-color deck is full of very good, solid value cards that are very good on their own, and Black-Red Goblins is a deck that is, relying on all those tribal synergies. So, because this is German Highlander, you don't have a poker mulligan, but the first mulligan is free, so this is what's happening at the moment here now, and Goblins deck really needs a very solid hand. I mean, curving out and stuff like that. It is a deck that is pretty bad at catching up, while the 4-color deck can easily, with the right top deck, actually turn the tides in its favor if it's falling behind. And yeah, I do advocate if you go for such a tribal deck like this one, I mean Goblins, you probably want to add some kinda trump cards like Patriarch Speeding. That's a 5 mana black sorcery, I believe, that you play, choose a creature type, and then each player returns all cards of that creature type back into play. I think it's a very powerful effect, and a card that can easily turn the tides back into the favor of Black-Red. Also, if you run green-black elves, for example, in this format, which is not super competitive but can be very powerful indeed, and could be played competitively as well. You do want Patriarch Speed in elves, I believe, as well, because not only it basically protects you against the sweepers in a way, unless the bidding gets countered, but you see, it's a nice way to kind of get ahead as well. I believe the Goblins deck is now mulliganing down to blind 6 after first free mulligan here. Well, you can technically, after you take your first free mulligan, I believe you can, no, you can't actually poker mulligan that, yeah, sorry, because there is no such thing in this dual German Highlander. That means that you don't have a general or commander here, because it's not commander at all, but it is a singleton format. But in dual commander, I believe you can still poker mulligan your hand, and in multiplayer commander you can take a free mulligan to 7, and then, let's say after first free mulligan, go to poker mulligan your second 7. Okay, Badlands from the 4-color deck. There was just a mountain, I think, or a swamp, and turn 1 from Goblins. Turn to Juris, which is kind of weird. You probably don't foresee this kind of start from Goblins deck. So Tainted Pack, Lingering Soul, Swords of Fire Eyes, some lands, Flameton, I think, and something else. And he took away, I think, the Tainted Pack? No, he took away something else. Definitely not Lingering Souls, because then he can actually flashback that on turn 2. He didn't take Corsair because that requires land number 3 and double green as well. Right now there is just access to 1 green. Rebel Master in turn 3 is pretty spicy. but you can probably, you know, cast Stating Pact on turn 2 and then just try to find your land number 3 there. Okay, there is a Savannah, I believe. So now access to all colors, except that you need the third lands to cast all your stuff. So token from Rebel getting through 1, and then Rebel next turn needs to be answered somehow, possibly with good board position. Okay, so he saw a Badlands, no, that's Scrubland, as a first flipped card from Tainted Pact. And I think that's something you probably want to take here and not continue, because you do need your third land. You don't get the second green for Corsair, which would have been pretty sweet here. You probably don't want to cast a sword on turn 3, but Lingering Souls basically, you know, makes it in such a way that Rebel Master is not gonna attack next turn. Oh no, it has to, but and then you have a chance to actually eat it if Goblins deck doesn't actually have an answer for these Lingering Souls tokens. So yeah, you have now 2 1/1 flying tokens on the left side. Okay, I'm not sure which gob is that. Well, it's a 1-drop. Yeah, I think it's the one that sacrifice a gob and like pump some gob for +1/1 until end of turn. It's the one that I think was kind of functionally reprint in Onslaught block, but this one is even older than Onslaught block. Wasteland is pretty sweet here, I think. Question is what land you decide to cut. He cuts Savannah. Okay, so that there will be no hope of Corsair next turn. I mean, second green to cast Corsair. This is actually weird. Oh yeah, okay, so that gob actually prevented Rebel Master to be traded into tokens. So a token was sacrificed there. I think he tried to block 2 tokens there, and 1 token was sacrificed to save another one, or something like that. Not sure I followed, sorry for that, but you at home probably can track what was going on. Rebel Master got in for some damage, I believe. Though, yeah, I guess he blocked Rebel Master with one of the tokens. Okay, here's line number 3. But now second green for Corsair. Flameton is still one land away. Flashbacking Souls is definitely better here than just casting a sword while you're behind on board. But 4-color deck is getting there, definitely. And then next turn, Flameton is probably gonna be able to kill Rebel Master. That is really providing a lot of nasty rebelling here. So let's see how the Cubs will respond. Okay, that's Krenko's command or something like that. Well, I know it's like called Goblin Outburst or something. So getting 3 1/1 Goblin tokens, pretty significant considering that 1-drop that pumps goblins when you sacrifice something. Okay, everybody's coming in, because why not? I mean, you have 3 Lingering Souls tokens. So yeah, 1 token didn't die because it blocked something that was sacrificed last turn. Yeah, I don't want to take too much damage from Rebel, so you definitely chunk that, but not with 2. So he's actually sacrificing 2 tokens here to save his tokens. That means that all this Lingering Souls tokens gonna die. He's fetching in response. I wonder what's coming up, because there is one card that actually we don't know from 4-color deck coming up. Okay, nothing. Just the tapped Shocklands. I guess just to save time. There. Strand was sacrificed for Temple Garden. So you now have access to 1 green mana. And but I think if you top deck 4th land here, sorry for this arm flash in. Yeah, we were having a pretty merry time there that day and that night. But yeah, if you draw 4th land, so he did that exactly. That was pretty lucky, I must admit. I suppose because Taiga was out, I think. No, Taiga is still in the deck. It was the Scrubland that got blown away. Oh no, the Savannah that got blown away. So what land do you fetch here? I suppose you just get it. Yeah, so now you crack Taiga. I mean, get Taiga with the fetch. I mean, he couldn't cast Courser and then crack the fetch anyway, so... Plus, on this board, you definitely want to cast Flame Tongue here, just to get rid of that Rebel Master. He can technically sacrifice 3 tokens just to save it, but I don't know if that's good. Okay, he went for Sorin instead, which is kinda weird, because Sorin is gonna die pretty much no matter what. That's a weird play. I think I would have cast like Flame Tongue there actually, just to force the issue. If he saves it with 3 tokens, actually that's probably better than just casting Sorin that is destined to die. You get a 1/1 lifelink guy. Because he did so much chump blocking, he's still in the game. And now there's this tribal goblin removal spell coming down. Okay, he sacrificed a token as an additional cost for that thing, so he's gonna destroy the token, and I think the point is that of that card being 4 mana and with additional cost is that I think he'd make him also lose 5 life or something like that. I'm not sure. It's definitely gonna make a -5/5 for a creature. So yeah, the team swings and kicks the Soaring and probably the life total greatly of that 4-color deck as well. I guess there was nothing to actually draw to bounce back from that game. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. This concludes this duo of Highlander videos. Unfortunately, I lost some of the tapes from that evening, but Highlander is definitely gonna come back in one format or another, so there will be tapes for of that format in the future. Thanks, bye.